Hello there, I'm Take.
Hi, I'm Matt. So today we're going to be looking at ranking the Harry Potter movies, deciding which one is our best and which one is our worst, and putting them in the order that we think is right.
Just to make it clear, they're all our favorites, so we still don't know, right?
No.
We still don't know which one is the best and which one is the worst. So
yeah,
it's gonna be difficult to talk about, but it's gonna be fun to talk about.
So we have a ranking system used to decide the order of the movies. We're going to decide which Harry Potter movie is the best, which is the worst, using this system.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Right, so first, Philosopher's Stone.
Well, that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, because otherwise it will be like number one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you putting yours?
It could be number one.
Oh.
I mean, first, I just wanna put it on the first one.
Okay.
Because it's where it all started.
Yeah,
right?
it did.
And it was a perfect movie.
Okay.
For me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I want to read the book.
Mm.
You know, I want to know what's gonna happen next, right?
Yeah.
So after watching The Philosopher's Stone, I started to read books.
Yeah.
And literally, my first book was Harry Potter, The Chamber of Secret.
Okay.
Yeah, so I love this movie.
Oh, interesting.
And, yeah. But I'm not sure. I might change my mind.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm leaning to number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah, number 4.
Why?
My reasoning is, it's an incredible movie.
Okay.
But they're all very young and inexperienced, and that kind of shows in their acting is a little bit off at times. I do love the story, but I don't think it's my favorite story. I think it sets up a lot, and it does a lot amazingly. The music's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, all of the acting choices are wonderful. But I also I don't think Quirrell's like a great villain, right? He kind of just there, and then he gets beaten by being touched. Also, I guess I read the books first, and I was missing the stuff from the books, which I think when I first came into this movie, and it's the first movie, I was like, oh, where's Peeves?
That's true.
Where's Peeves? So I was really excited. And he appears in the video game, because I remember having the video game as well.
Oh.
And he turns up in the video game, and I was like, why is he not in the movie?
That's true. Yeah, I watched the movie first, right?
Yeah.
And after that, I read the book.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I thought, they did a great job on the adaptation from the book to the movie, right? But that's what's gonna happen to me after this movie, right?
Yeah.
So I read the book first and the movies.
Yeah.
So the adaptation of it is gonna be really important after this. And also, as we talk about it, I'm changing my mind right now. So I mean, Philosopher's Stone, I've watched it the most, right? So this is just my childhood. And I still love that movie. I can watch it anytime.
I got it.
So, but the Quirrell.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best.
No. Right. Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets. This is a difficult one.
Yeah.
I would say 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay.
Let's put it maybe 3.
Okay. Why?
I'm still deciding.
Okay.
I still don't know my, the best one. Because when I watched it, I thought the adaptation was really accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, almost the same as the book.
Yeah. I agree.
But also, I was a kid.
Yes.
So when I saw that basilisk. Yeah. For the first time, I was like, I mean, it was different from my imagination, but still, it was good. I like Dobby. Every scene is iconic.
Yeah. For me, I'm also putting it number 3.
Okay.
I think it built on the world and it improved and added a lot more to
the
story. Dobby is incredible and maybe my favourite character. We talked previously, the quote with Dumbledore at the end.
Yeah.
That's such a great ending for the movie. I always enjoyed the mystery as well, right, of the Chamber of Secrets. I think it's one of their better mysteries that they have.
Yeah.
Like when you're you don't know who is it gonna be, and no one suspects Ginny.
True.
No one's like, oh, it's Ginny.
Oh. Now, we know everything.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the the feeling when we watched it first time.
The best defense against the dark arts professor, Professor Lockhart.
True.
I love him, he's so great. He plays the line so well that you're like, he's so charismatic, but also he's a dick.
Yeah.
Right?
As a character, he was perfect. The actor too.
Yeah. So that's where I'm putting it. So, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the most difficult one for me.
Yeah.
Because this is my favorite book.
Yes.
But when I watched this movie for the first time, I hated it.
Really? Why?
Because I loved Firebolt.
Yes.
In the book.
And they remove it until the last, last second.
I was like, where is Firebolt?
Yeah.
When I watched it.
Yeah.
And Harry had changed a lot. His voice was different too. He was taller.
Yeah.
And the director changed.
Yeah.
And the set was different too. Like Hagrid's house looked different too. And Peter Pettigrew.
Yep.
That was a big twist, right? I loved it. I didn't see that coming at all. So many things. First movie was like full of ideas, right?
Yes.
And set the world.
Yes.
And the second one even bigger.
It kind of expanded on it.
And the third one, like how many ideas does she have, right? It was incredible.
Yeah.
And the time turner.
Yes.
Like, I mean, it was too big. It was too big for a girl, right? To have. But it's Hermione, and it was better for movie, so I'm okay.
I'm still mixed on the time turner thing.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't, it was too big. But yeah, this is my favorite book, but I got disappointed when I watched it because I couldn't see Firebolt, and then a lot of changes from the first two.
Yeah.
But now it's still great.
It's still great. Okay.
Because the book is great. So
yes.
I'll just put it on the 4th.
Okay.
For now.
For now.
Again, for now.
For now. This could change.
Yeah, it could be my favorite, But for now. Alright, what's your thought?
See, I was very confident until I heard you. And I was like, I know where I'm putting this. I've got it. I love the setup of this movie. Personally, I love the changes from the first two to the third.
Really?
Because for me, like the first two felt great, but like I like the third one's world a lot more. The changes they made with Hagrid's hut and they got the big bridge. The world setting is completely changed, and I love it. We have the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom that keeps for the rest of the movies. So that to me, that's more Hogwarts than the first two. And then I love Lupin. Lupin's amazing, as you said. The Peter Pettigrew twist. Fantastic. Marauders map.
Yeah.
And the secret passageway, when they go into Hogsmeade. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So for me, I've taught myself back into it. I've taught myself back up. So I'm putting it number 2.
Okay.
Which is very interesting because I didn't think I would before we started filming, but now I'm thinking I've gone 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that's interesting. I understand, right? The book changes. I think by this point, after watching the first one, and getting through to the third one, I think my brain had already accepted that changes were happening and there's not much that's gonna, we can do about that. I'm accepting that these are different media. Up to a certain point, which we will get to later.
Okay.
Right.
Alright.
Goblet of Fire.
This one too, it got so much bigger.
Yeah.
Other schools and Triwizard Tournament.
Yeah.
And more characters. And Voldemort came back.
Oh, I forgot about that.
How did she do that?
Oh, now I don't know where to put it.
I love this so much. I really liked the idea of Triwizard Tournament.
Okay.
And the Quidditch World Cup thing, and even there was a twist. Moody was the Crouch.
Yes.
And there was some good adaptation from the book to the movie. So the Barty Crouch.
Yes.
So when he was Moody, he did the
tongue thing.
Yeah. I think that was a good adaptation. Again, so I read the book first and watched the movie, right?
Yeah.
So when I watched it for the first time, I was like, oh, there are a lot of things are missing. Dobby was supposed to show up.
And Winky, right?
Winky too.
Winky.
Where is she?
Which, anyone who's not read the books, Winky is another house elf that was like drinking, I think, right? She was drunk.
Yeah, after got fired.
Yeah, she got fired.
She got fired. So Dobby was supposed to help Harry, right?
Yes.
For the second
task, yes.
Task,
and it became Neville, I think.
Neville,
right? Yeah.
Neville helped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there were some changes.
Yeah.
I love the last scene when Voldemort came back. That was scary.
Yes.
And I liked the visual of Voldemort without his nose.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Because he looked so lame in the first movie.
Just on the back of the head. That's part of the reason I like when I watch this first one these days. I'm like, it's still great.
Yeah.
But like, there's the scene where they're in the forest, right? And then he's there, and like, then the centaur turns up, and he fucking flies away. It's so stupid.
It was just a cloth. We had no idea like who Voldemort is.
Yeah.
But now,
he's got Voldemort. A face that's not on the back of someone's head. He's got a character.
Yeah, and he is the evil.
Yeah.
So let me just put the Chamber of Secrets on the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, the Goblet of Fire third place.
Ooh. Okay.
For now.
Actually, I'm gonna move mine down a bit.
Okay.
But I will get to that in a minute. But yeah, I this movie at the time, I think frustrated, and I don't remember why it frustrated me.
Okay.
Was it the haircuts? I don't know. Like, the world building is incredible in this movie, right? We have like other schools come in.
Yeah.
And we have like the Ministry of Magic. We've got Barty Crouch and Barty Crouch Jr. We have the Quidditch World Cup, which that frustrated me. I think that we see like the beginning seconds, and then they cut the best scene. Right, that should be the big scene, right? Watching the Quidditch World Cup, we don't even get to see it.
I understand though.
Yeah.
When I watched it for the first time, it began with the World Cup.
Yeah.
Right? Was it?
It starts at the Dursleys, right? Not Dursleys, at the Weasleys, and then they go over to... No! The beginning of the movie is when Voldemort kills the housekeeper. Yeah, and actually that scene is incredible.
Yeah.
When the guy goes up and you have the Avada Kedavra and then the whistle from the kettle, absolute chills.
Yeah, I like the atmosphere of the vibe.
And I like the bit in the lake, that's incredible. We get to see a lot more places that we've not seen before. Moody is incredible. Even though it's a fake Moody, I think that's the best version of Moody. And something we haven't mentioned is, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Right? That's
aggressive Dumbledore.
Aggressive Dumbledore, which, again, I still don't know if I dislike it or not.
I didn't like it when I watched it. This is not Dumbledore. This is not the Dumbledore.
And then we have the ball, and Hermione comes down.
Hermione was beautiful. I like the scene, the short teacher.
Oh, Flitwick.
Yes. He was, enjoying the party.
And the dragons. We haven't even talked about dragons.
Yeah.
Oh no, where do we put it?
Too many to talk about.
I tell you what I'm doing. This is crazy. I'm moving the first one down to 5.
Okay.
Moving the second one down to 4. I'm moving the third one down to 3, and then I'm putting this at number 2, which I didn't think I would do today, but that's what's happened. Order of the Phoenix. Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Done. Right.
Number 1?
Yes. Right. Please talk about it.
You go first.
Okay. Right. This is the best movie. It doesn't even hesitate in my mind. I know that people say Voldemort is the big bad, but who is the villain that everyone hates? Right? Without any question, it's Umbridge. She plays that character so well. The moment she turns up and she does the and you go, I hate her, right? Throughout the whole of the movie, you're waiting for the moment that she ends up getting her comeuppance and waiting for it. And it happens, and it's so beautiful. Everything about this movie is just genius. I love this movie from beginning to end. Sirius's house, we see the Ministry of Magic, we have a full-on battle. And we see the repercussions because, like, Sirius dies. Cedric dying was sad, but Sirius dying was, like, absolute death blow to, like, Harry's confidence. And then the moment where Voldemort is inside Harry and Harry's doing and you'll never know friendship and love. And I feel sorry for you. It's perfect. I'm done.
Oh my god.
You can't beat this movie.
No, you changed my mind. Now I don't know. Because I don't know why the fifth one didn't really get me. I mean, I didn't like Umbridge, but you know, I didn't like her, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. I don't like her. So
that for me makes it more
right for you.
Like Voldemort, we don't like Voldemort. Umbridge, people really hate Umbridge, right? Because like Voldemort is like Hitler, right? And like Hitler, you know, you think about Hitler, but like he's like a concept because we were born many years after it. But like Umbridge is like your head teacher that was really cruel, right? And really bad. And you're like, I hate that teacher. Everyone has an Umbridge in their life. And that makes it so much more easy to relate to that movie.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, as a movie, it's perfect.
Yeah.
I love the DA thing.
Yeah, the room of requirement, that's incredible.
And then the Fred and George, you know, on the broomstick and, you know, beating Umbridge scene, that was so satisfying.
Yeah.
I love the fireworks.
Yeah.
And then flying away from Hogwarts.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
With Hogwarts.
And again, Flitwick. He does the yes! Flitwick! And the music by Nicholas Hooper is the perfect soundtrack. Like, even though John Williams has done so much of the great music and Hedwig's theme and everything, all of his tunes are amazing. Nicholas Hooper has come out with my favourite music, right? The Room of Requirements, Umbridge's theme.
I'm trying to remember, but...
I love it. I love it all. And the fireworks and the his music's so good, and people always are like, he's the worst one. Get out of here!
Really?
Get out of here! He's got the best music.
I love it. Wow, it's got everything.
It's got everything.
Wow, it's a perfect movie.
It's a perfect movie.
Where should I put it?
I don't know.
I love the fight, Dumbledore and Voldemort.
Yeah, as well.
It's crazy.
And the sound effects, like when they're doing the fight, where Dumbledore does the water and he goes there. And I love that sound. It's so good.
So specific. Alright, now I need to decide. Maybe. Let me put it on third place for now.
Alright, so you're moving these two down.
Yeah.
Third place. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, first two was great.
Yes.
But they were so different from the rest. After fourth one, a lot of like deaths and you know, dark moments.
Yeah.
First two was like perfect, but like it's like watching Home Alone.
It's like childhood.
Child movies.
It's like feel good.
Yeah. It's amazing. Amazing. But it's almost like a different genre. It's still Harry Potter, but I might change my mind. So next.
Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, this is a difficult one too. Okay, so when I read this book for the first time, I thought this was my least favorite because it was like a bridge to the last one, right?
Yeah.
Like, it left so much mystery.
It was like getting to the...
Yeah, and then a lot of, you know, love stories. And the Slughorn wasn't a bad one.
No.
Snape was the bad one. I mean, that's the biggest part, but it gets better later, right? Yes. It was about Snape, but could be one of the most important parts of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It's important, but story-wise, it left a lot of mysteries, and then, like, you know, it didn't solve much, and we lost Dumbledore. The movie too. I rewatched this movie recently, and I loved it. But
really?
Yeah, I loved. Oh, you don't.
I struggle with the movie. It's one when I feel like I should love it, but it's dark, it's brooding, and it doesn't hit me in the way that I feel like it should. And the biggest thing that hits me, and this is the thing that I've said up to this point, right? I said I was not happy with the adaptation from the Philosopher's Stone because it took out, and I kind of accepted it from that point. When I came to watching The Half-Blood Prince, and I saw it after reading the book, and I'm like, they barely mention the Half-Blood Prince, right? It's literally like 2 seconds at the end of the movie where Snape goes, I was the Half-Blood Prince. They don't even explain why he's the Half-Blood Prince. The whole point that he is half-blood because he's got a muggle, and his mother was Prince, right? They don't mention that. So like the setup, right, of the title of the movie, and people don't even know why he's the Half-Blood Prince. They just go, oh, he's just the Half-Blood Prince. I love Slughorn, and I think he's great. The scene with Dumbledore and Harry when they go to the cave. And they're dealing with the drink, and Dumbledore's breaking down, and he's like, kill me! That's incredible. On its own, maybe it's fine, but like, as a stepping stone, I'm like, it's not building enough, it's not adding enough, and they missed out the most important parts of the book, so it doesn't actually do what it's meant to do, right? Because it should be, the Half-Blood Prince should be setting up Snape and Snape's backstory more than it does. Doesn't explain any of that.
Oh, I also got disappointed when I watched it for the first time. Last scene, before Dumbledore gets killed. Hogwarts everyone was fighting Death Eaters. But like in the movie, Bellatrix showed up and she was just like walking on the table and kicking the glasses. That's it. But there should have been a chaos, right? In Hogwarts. They were attacking them. DA was attacking back. Fighting back. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
There was a fight, a battle, like big battle. But they cut it out. They just came and killed Dumbledore and went home.
And then they don't even kill Dumbledore because it's Snape. So like their purpose of being there is literally in the books they do stuff, but in the movies they just turn up and go like, Draco, kill him. Draco's not killing him. Oh, Snape killed him. Okay, let's leave. Oh, I was the Half-Blood Prince. I'm not going to explain that. Bye. I think I've just talked myself into putting it last.
I mean, I agree for this. Actually.
I was hovering. I like the movie in itself, but like in comparison to the others, it's the bottom.
I agree. It's my least favorite. Alright.
So, Deathly Hallows Part 1.
I like the first scene, 7 Harry Potters.
And Fred and George, we're identical!
Loved it.
Dobby is great in this.
I was so impressed by the CGI. Dobby was at the beach, so bright. But he was like, he was there. I didn't think it was CGI.
For me, one of my issues is Ron. Ron is really mischaracterized in the movies. When Hermione is taken, right, by Bellatrix, and she's like, put the boys downstairs, we're gonna have a talk girl to girl. She's like torturing. Ron is not quiet. He's not sitting there going, oh, what do we do? He's like literally like, we need to get up there. He is like so into it. And then also when Ron leaves, that pissed me off so much because they really changed the scene to make it worse for Ron. They changed his wording specifically so that he makes digs at Harry's family and that the fact that his parents are dead, right, and stuff like that. In the book, I think that Harry says, my parents are dead, and Ron says, well, mine might be going the same way. In the movies, rather, Ron goes, your parents are dead, which is such a cruel thing to say, and so out of character for Ron. They changed the words for Harry as well, because like Harry also taunts Ron, right? He says, you thought you'd be back with your home with your mum by Christmas. In the books, he says your mummy, right? He like makes it like a really like negative turn. He's like really like playing it, and like it makes it clear in the movies that Harry is not part of Ron's family, whereas in the books, Ron still sees Harry as his family, right? So I really get annoyed by Ron's characterization, and it blows to this point where they have that fight. And they literally make it every way to make Ron the worst person possible, and they make Harry like less bad to make Ron worse. Why did you do that? They really misrepresent Ron.
I kind of understand. Harry is so mean in the books too.
Oh my gosh, he is so mean.
But as a movie, everyone loves him now, so they couldn't do it.
I feel like the movie drags, right? There's a lot of scenes where they're in the forest and they're waiting, and then they're in the forest again, and like they had to kind of play it down when Ron gets lynched. Splinched. And like in the books, like this is a really bad thing, and they don't explain in the movies, right? The reason that like he's such in a bad mood is because he cannot heal, right? The Dittany doesn't actually heal you, it just speeds up the time of your recovery, right? They're not able to eat enough, so Ron is becoming worse and worse. That's why he's so negative. They don't show any of that in the movie. So Ron's like outburst, I'm not happy with it. So for me, I'm putting it, is it 7 or 8? You know what? I'm putting it up. I'm putting Half-Blood Prince to 7. I'm putting it 8. It's my worst. I really like the scene where they go to London. They don't explain it when they get found in the cafe and they obliviate the guy, right? That attacked them because they're on the run. I like that scene.
That scene too, but the first scene with Hermione obliviating her parents.
Oh,
that scene killed me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That scene killed me.
Yeah. And like the picture's changing.
Yeah.
And
she does
you know what? It's not technically a scene, but it is a deleted scene. And I'm gonna mention it. When he's talking to Dudley and Aunt Petunia, she's like, I lost a sister. I don't know why they cut that scene. That was needed. That was a great scene.
Dudley's scene too.
Yeah, Dudley's.
To Harry, when I read it, I was like, oh, I love this scene.
Yeah.
I really want to see this scene in the movie,
I don't think we ever got to a point where Vernon and Petunia became good people. But Dudley, I can imagine, like, when they said that in the future Harry and Dudley send cards over Christmas. So I can imagine that happening based on that scene.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But still, because it's part 1, right?
Yeah.
Again, it's like, you don't feel like it's finished, right?
No.
You need to watch part 2.
We need to wait for part 2.
I always hate part 1.
I will say that the cliffhanger where Voldemort has the Elder Wand. Chong. That's great.
That was good.
That's great.
But I would say this is my 7.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Right, part 2. Part 2 for me is a mixed bag. I think there's a lot of good here, and there's a lot of stuff that I wish they'd just done slightly different. And that's the really annoying bit, slightly different. I love the scene with Gringotts, and they go in and they polyjuice Bellatrix, and the actress, Helen Bonham Carter, when she plays Bellatrix, played by Hermione, and she nails the mannerisms of Emma Watson's Hermione. She's so good at it. I love that scene.
Walking awkwardly.
Yeah, walking awkwardly. I have to say, the scene when they are going through the Battle of Hogwarts and they recreate the first few movies. I don't know if you noticed, as they go through, they have characters from different movies.
I was gonna talk about it too. Like
so they have the trolls that turn up, and then they have the spiders. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great! This is amazing.
I love the song too.
Yeah.
Love that scene.
You know what? I like that they dragged out Voldemort versus Harry.
What did you say?
I like that they dragged out the...
You liked it?
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about it, but I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
How do you, like, tying up with the black cloth thing? I was like, Voldemort, just kill him, right?
I saw it as him, like, playing with his food before he eats it. He thinks he's won.
I mean, now I like it, but, it should have been this long, right?
Yeah.
Because in the book, Harry talked a lot.
Yeah.
Harry talked a lot, talked everything, solved all the mysteries, and killed Voldemort.
Yeah, I don't like that he fades, right? And there's a deleted scene where he's just a dead man, and that should have been how it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
The idea that he's just a man and he fades doesn't make sense. He's a man, he should just die. But I do like Snape's backstory was, I think, handled well, but not perfectly, but well.
Really, I loved it.
You loved it, yeah.
The scene where Snape found Lily.
Yes!
That scene was awesome.
Yeah,
I've never seen Snape make, the Snape's face.
No.
That was amazing.
That was incredible. There's a lot in here that I like. There's also a lot that I disliked. Why didn't he fix his wand? Like, that was a big thing in the books, right? He fixed his wand. But I do like that he takes the Elder Wand and he just goes, snap,
Yeah.
Why did the book end with him putting it in Dumbledore's grave? Because then that means that eventually, at some point, someone's going to get the wand again and it's just going to cycle completely. I love that they did that in the movie. He just broke the wand and he threw it, right? It's gone. The epilogue, incredible, right? The older versions of the characters, I like that. I like that they did that. I do miss the fact that I think you're right in that the talking in the Great Hall was missed. Right?
Yeah.
And I wish that what they'd done is they'd taken the scene up to the Great Hall and then they'd landed in the Great Hall where the fighting is happening, where Bellatrix is, and not my daughter, you bitch, which again, I don't know why she exploded, but but I do like the way that they handled the not my daughter, you bitch part. But I would love if they'd landed in the Great Hall and then everyone had stopped and like Harry was like, this one does not belong to you because it had another master, and then Expelliarmus, and he drops it dead as a man. That I think would have been better.
I agree. You just said what I wanted to say.
Fred, I was upset that we didn't actually see Fred die on screen because that scene is so beautiful in the book. They're with Percy, right? Percy's come back.
Yeah.
And Percy they miss in the movie, so I guess it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But like Percy in the books, he's like, for one point he's working for the ministry, and then he comes back and he's fighting. He makes a joke, and Fred goes, "You're joking," and he's laughing, he's smiling, and then he dies, and it's like so tragic, right, that he died in that moment. But they kind of missed that in the movies. It's just off screen, dead. It's one of those things where I'm like, I love it and I don't like it, and I love it and I don't like it and I love it. I think I'm happy to put it at 6. For me, I think it's not as good as the first. It's better than the last two.
Oh, this is really difficult.
Yeah.
I didn't know this is gonna be like this.
Yeah.
Because this was the last one, right?
Yeah.
And when I watched it, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss them all. And like, are you done?
I think I'm done, yeah. I always knew that the Order of the Phoenix was at the top. I think I kind of changed a little bit with the Half-Blood Prince because I was originally planning it at the bottom and then I moved it up 1. I think where I am now, I think I'm pretty set.
In my ranking, Philosopher's Stone is the top one, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that now.
Oh, okay.
After talking about them all, right?
Yeah.
Because the last one,
yeah.
Because of the feeling I got that I'm gonna miss this movie. I love watching this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's the last one. So it should be high. This can be the 4th one or something.
Okay.
Yeah, see? I love them all.
Yeah.
Except
these ones.
I mean, I love them too.
I love them too.
I love them too.
Just because they're at the bottom doesn't mean I don't like them. I do like them.
Yeah.
it's more that I'm very like strongly opinionated about how I feel about them compared to what I wish they were.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess because the first one is too important to my life.
Okay.
The reason my hobby is reading is
Harry Potter.
This movie and and the second one, my first book.
Okay.
And the movie was great too. I love them all, but okay. This is it.
This is the order. Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's our ranking.
Yeah.
That's where we've put it. How did you put it? Please leave a comment. We'd love to see. Genuinely, I'm very curious to see where other people put the movies.
Yeah, and I think if we talk about them again, I'll change my ranking.
Yeah.
Now I feel like this.
For me, my number 1 won't change. But some of the others, I think I could switch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might even change the number 1. I mean, yeah. This was difficult but fun.
Yeah.
We love Harry Potter!
We love Harry Potter! Well, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we will see you in another video.
Bye!
See you!